Hello, welcome back for HunterTuned. Today I actually just left the junkyard and my lovely girlfriend ended up finding me a distributor. What'd you find?
A distributor.
Oh, we found one. It's funny, I was actually walking around pretty much the whole time in the junkyard and she's like, we should split up so we can cover more ground. So I'm like, okay. And she calls me like 2 minutes later and she's like, I think I found one. And she ended up finding a Z6 distributor. And yeah, threw it in the back seat. 20 bucks later, we got a distributor for that EG hatch. So next I'm actually just gonna run and get some odds and ends things. I need some transmission fluid, and then we can get back to the car, put the distributor on, put some coolant in it, and let it actually warm up for a while, and maybe take it for a little drive. I'm not quite sure yet because the exhaust is kind of just dangling, and I don't know if I want to hook it back up and run it all motor for a little while till we figure turbo stuff out, or what's the deal, but yeah, we will pick back up when I get back home, and we'll fire the motor up and see how she is. Alright guys, so I just got tranny fluid in this thing and checked the oil. I got the coolant filled up and bled. I actually just let the car run for like 15 minutes, and man, this thing is buttery smooth, guys. This thing runs mint. The only thing that I'm kind of having an issue with is the cam has a little bit of a wobble, and I don't know why. I've had cams wobble a little bit in the past, and I don't know really what causes it. I know sometimes that the cam gear itself can, you know, the bolt can be, the cam can be like not perfectly aligned onto the cam or something like that. That's the only issue that I see so far. Otherwise, there's zero leaks. Nothing's leaking on it. I just spilt a little bit of coolant, you know, putting it in. I do every freaking time. I don't know why. But yeah. So, yeah, I'll fire this thing up for you guys quick so you can hear it. Surprisingly, like I said, this is a stock bore 75mm Vitara build. And usually on a Vitara build, after a few thousand miles, they start to get piston slap. Just because the piston to wall clearance is usually pretty big on any really stock bore engine. But like I said, the piston slap kind of makes up for the big piston to wall, which allows more heat to be in the cylinders, which, I mean, this car is going to be a race car, so it's, you know, it's okay. But I'll fire this thing up quick. This thing's just chilling. Just frickin' mint. There she is. Running fucking great. I don't know if you guys can see the little cam wobble, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into this. But sounds good. Alright guys, I'm cruising around in this EG right now, just kind of making sure everything's good. And this clutch is awesome. It feels super good. A lot of times, like I said, I've had bad experiences with the B series XTDs, but I feel like they've changed their game quite a bit. But I mean, this thing is super smooth. I'm kind of just driving it right now, cruising, and varying my loads on the throttle, and doing a lot of engine braking. That's what I like to do when I break motors in. You know, just kind of let the car slow you down. But yeah, this thing's running pretty smooth. It's slower than dirt, but you'll have that with a single cam. She needs a turbo! Alright guys, I think I'm going to park the EG for now. It seems to be running really good. Everything seems to be smooth. Clutch is working good. The trans is shifting good. Everything seems really good. I'm happy. The only downside is it doesn't have the turbo on it yet because I still need to get some stuff for it, like the oil feed line and all that kind of stuff, and figure out a manifold situation and whatever. So I'm gonna take a break from this thing And I got some customers coming down, and I got a couple of tunes I have to do on a few different Hondas. So I'm gonna hopefully they'll let me film, and we can go tuning on some other cars. All right, guys. So I am actually tuning on Travis's GSR with an eBay turbo kit. This is what year is this car? Like a 96 or
97 with a 2000 front end.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks like a 2000 front end, but yeah. So just got like the typical 57 trim, common, you know, eBay turbo. It's on 10 pounds, about 10 pounds, and completely stock motor. You got ARP head studs or anything in here?
ARP head studs and ITR cams and valve trains.
Nice. That's why it pulls hard up top, dude. It's got ITR cams.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Skunk 2, just Pro Series intake, old school, passport mounts. Yeah. It's got some nice slips on it. It's a real clean car too, man. All right, so this car is on a chip P28, and I just got it tuned on chrome. It has like a Wally 255 and DSM 450s. But I got the map dialed in already. We didn't film a lot of it because it's freaking dark out. The fucker sounds mean, dude.
That turbo's getting a little loose, huh?
Yeah. That fucker sounds mean though.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
All right, so I'm on to this car here. What kind of motor is this thing even?
It's a ITR piston, Eagle Rod, GSR block, Ferrea built D16 L22K.
So that's built GSR pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a built GSR on Honda S300. This is an all-motor setup with a little bit of nitrous, but it currently is raining, so we're not really able to do a whole lot of pulls, but we can at least kind of go through some stuff on Honda. We got the wideband hooked up, and we are going to start data logging on this thing so we can see where it's running. Just going to clean up some of this shit. Alright guys, the weather has not been cooperating with us tonight, but I did get some street tuning done on this car as well. It's another EK Coupe. This one's black. It's got a built GSR in it with a, it's got CTR pistons, Eagle rods, full Ferrera valve train, Skunk 2 Pro 2 camshafts, innovative mounts, Victor X manifold, 550cc injectors, and it's on E85. So yeah, we just got this thing tuned up pretty good. It rips pretty hard. I think we're spinning this motor like 9,700 or so, 9,800. It seems to rip pretty damn good. Alright guys, we just got done tuning up on these two cars. I know I didn't really film a whole lot. It is like pitch black outside as you see. But yeah, sorry to not really include a lot of this stuff. The two guys that got tunes ended up showing a little bit late and it was dark. And my camera does not do well with like dark situations. But pretty much this car that I just tuned and I kind of showed you guys a little pull of. That car was CTR pistons in a GSR block with like Eagle rods. And then it had like a fully Ferrera valve train and Skunk 2 Pro 2 camshafts. Now that car probably makes north of 200 horsepower. It revs 9,800 RPM and is good. The motor runs really good. It's good, but I personally, me and Michael were sitting here talking, and I personally don't like setups like that because, and it's mainly in the camshaft. On a B series, I always run stock camshafts because the car just is way more fun and it's way torquier in the mid-range and, you know, down low, where that car with the camshafts, the way they were set up and, you know, just how the car is in general, it doesn't make any power until like 7,000 RPM, and then you got to spin it super hard to get it to make horsepower. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like if that car had stock camshafts, it would have a shitload of mid-range and a shitload of grunt down low, which is fun when you're bobbing around stoplights and shit. If you want to spin at 10,000 RPM, go to the racetrack. I feel like that's what that car is really meant for. But for a street car, like I said, that's what we build at HunterTuned, is street cars. I like building street cars and fun cars that you can literally just go mob on all day long and have a grand old time.
Yep.
I wish I would have got a pull of the GSR turbo that we worked on. With the turbo, it was on 10 pounds or so, pump gas, pretty safe tune-up, and that thing pulled hard. But it was smoking a little bit. He's got some issues with the turbo or something like that. I think the turbo seals are starting to go out. You know, common eBay turbo problem. Kind of why we're switching to VS Racing now, so we don't have to deal with a lot of those problems anymore. Hopefully VS Racing treats us right, and we can have a grand old time and be mint. Yeah, Michael's still debating on what camshaft he should go with for his single cam.
Yep. 59500 or a 272-2.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like camshafts in a Honda are so tricky because the camshaft from the factory is set up so good. They really are. Like, I had a professional porting guy actually come over, and he actually looked at a bunch of Honda cylinder heads I had, and he was like, he's done NASCAR cylinder heads, he's done just road racing cylinder heads, a lot of high-end stuff, and he looked at a Honda cylinder head, and he's like, dude, I'll clean it up a little bit, but man, the porting doesn't need a lot. It doesn't need like a camshaft or nothing because everything is set up so good. Honda just makes a great engine out of the box. They really do.
So I wasted a bunch of money.
On what?
My motor.
Why?
I didn't do it though. Mine's all ported, polished, and everything.
Right, yeah. Porting and polishing and stuff doesn't hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like...
Don't really need it.
Right. Just like when Sloppy Mechanics did, he did a ported head test on a big on his 6-liter Colorado, and it picked up horsepower like before 10 pounds of boost or something like that, and then over 10 pounds of boost, the gains started diminishing, yeah. But yeah, I actually got a transmission for payment on one of these tunes. This is a GSR transmission, so I have a trans now for my B20 VTEC that is going into my EK hatch. So now I just need a clutch, turbo manifold, and some other small things, and hopefully we can get my EK hatch rolling pretty soon. That'd be cool, because I'm jonesing for some boost of my own. Mm-hmm. So is Michael.
You're looking at our boost right there.
Right.
Non-existent.
Yeah. But we're going to clean the garage up and get rid of this frickin' mess that I got going on here. And then, yeah, I don't know, probably a short video tonight, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. And yeah, if you guys have questions about either of the cars I tuned tonight, one of them was on S300 and one of them was on Chrome. But yeah, like I said, I would have filmed more stuff, guys, but it's kind of hard when you have a customer that drove down, you know, an hour away to get here, and then to waste 4 or 5 hours filming tuning it is kind of difficult. It's easier if I have like my own car here and I can tune it for you guys to show you more tuning stuff, but whatever, that'll be for future videos. Yeah, I got the EG dialed in today. That's awesome. This car drives amazing. It's ready to go. So hopefully we can get working on this thing in the next day or two and get the turbo kit installed as soon as I figure out all the parts and stuff that I need. But yeah, so anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. And we will see you in the next video.